Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. If you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button, give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
You're listening to the Hockey Betting Podcast, presented by BetCrisCanada.net. This is the hockey betting preview for Friday, April 3rd through Thursday, April 9th, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Hockey Betting Podcast, Brian Blessing.
We're back.
Are we, Brian?
Well, wait a minute.
Sorry.
Actually, it's not.
I'm healthy.
It's not we're back. It's we're still here.
We're here. I don't know. I got to give credit to Mike there and the rest of the crew there. Like, they're good guys. Like, I got to believe the party was over, right? But they're like, hey, we could do something once a week, talk some Sims. If any news breaks or whatever, I got to hand it to these guys, Brian. They're good guys. Like, they could have just said sorry, but they're loyal to us and them along with BetCris and all the other fans and everybody. We really appreciate it.
No, we love you guys that are out there. And honestly, I mean, it's like a dirty word to me. The hockey analytics, like I need a vomit bag.
Here's the thing, Brian.
But the analytics of what we're doing, people are listening. So, from that, I guess, okay.
Listen.
I have to embrace analytics.
Just listen.
No.
You have to listen to Mike in certain things. The best way to do it is, look how things have changed. We used to bet with the newspaper. I used to roll into Burger King, leave the message on tape. I'll take the Oilers. You know what I mean? So, but now the way they can break it down, you're right. Like some of the stats, and let's just call it out for what it is. Out of all the sports, hockey is the most luck-based sport with bounces, goaltending, so many other things happen in comparison to other sports. It's been proven. But you still have to look at analytics a little bit. I'm kind of the guy. I like old school too. I like the eye test, but you still have to embrace it. You can't just say, man,
I get it. But the reality of it is, to me, hockey is so unique. Yeah, you need to be tough and grit and character and all, discipline and all in all the sports. But, analytics in hockey, it doesn't tell me if this guy's got the heart the size of a medicine ball or a grape. It doesn't tell me, is he winning a battle in a corner? Who was he playing against? When was he out there? I'm telling you, from a stats thing, if anything was ever going to change with all this idle time, can you please explain to me that we put a man on the moon, we think.
Did we, Brian? I don't think we did. Sorry, we'll talk about that on next week's show.
Cam, by the way, we never did the...
Brian, here's this. I'm listening to your internet connection in today's world, and it sounds worse than one small step for mankind. So obviously they didn't go to the damn moon. It's too clear on the phone. It's crock. Am I right?
Yeah, but what I'm getting at
I'll get Mike's opinion. He's a smart guy. Like, honestly, how is that broadcast from the moon clear? That's what I want to know.
I apologize because I did not do the professional broadcasting. We didn't do the setup here. Hi, folks. It's Brian Blessing. I'm in Las Vegas. Cam Stewart joining us today from Area 52.
Yeah, and why not? Cheaper rent. And I'll tell you another thing. I don't have to worry about turkeys in the store. Like, I don't understand what's going on. We're not going to talk about this for long, but some people are just like, I don't even know where they're living, like under a rock, like heading towards people in the store instead of away, getting on the elevator when you could just get the next one. Hey, people, get a brain. Peanuts. Unbelievable, man. Like, they don't understand this thing, man. We got to get over this so we can get the damn games again. Don't be selfish.
But it's funny. It's like, well, the nonsense, like you touch your face where you go, oh my God, I touched my face, and it's, it's part of it. I mean, at the radio station where I do my daily thing, you'll appreciate this. Sorry, folks, you got to listen to this.
We'll just glaze over it.
But okay. The thing, adjustments were made. that they closed the building down, and then it was like you can't bring guests in person because I had so many great guys in Vegas, come in to do the shows. Okay, makes sense. So everything's a phone thing, and you got to whittle down. There's like 6-7 people at the station, at the radio station, right? Okay, just staying 10 feet apart from me. We're fine. I'm willing to go in. So my show ends the other day, and nice guy, but nobody was thinking. But show ends. They got 7 minutes till the next show starts, and the guy, his co-host, and the guy that runs the board for the next show all come in the room with me and the guy. So now it's a tree house. There's 5 of us 4 feet apart, and I'm looking at you going, guys, are you idiots? You're like, do you even realize what you just did? We're doing all this stuff and wiping doorknobs and all this other stuff, and you 5 boxer rocks just walked in here and defeated what we've been doing for 2 weeks.
Anyway, we'll get off this, but I got a great solution. I have a huge head, the size of a pumpkin. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about when I went to the store. It's perfect. Those big things of like Culligan water or whatever, I'm just going to put it right over my head. It's already got the plastic shield. Get some eyes and a mouth hole, and I'll walk around with a water jug on top of my head. It's better than anything. It's got clarity. It's the whole your whole face is surrounded. It's a brilliant idea.
My granddaughter's aunt, because all of a sudden they're sitting there going, okay, now everybody needs a mask. I'm like, okay, great. Well, where do you get those? So
they're sold out.
Yeah. Well, so my wife says, yeah, our granddaughter's aunt's in California. I don't know. She said, we're going to get some masks. I said,
she's sewing them?
Oh, no. So I don't know how who the hell knows? Right.
Crocheting them?
No, wait a minute. So I'm giving away my secret here, but so my wife says, yeah, we got masks, but will you wear it? I go, pardon me? No, let's say they're a real deal mask, but it's got like a panda bear face on it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I? What do I care? If I put the panda bear mask on and wear a hat, like, who the hell knows who you are? I mean, what do you mean would I wear it?
Yeah, they think you work for the circus. I like the panda bear look. I think that's great. My nickname's the Bear, right? Oso Grande, that's Big Bear. That's what happened to me when I went to Mexico, Brian. I didn't tell you the story, right? So
I thought your nickname was Oso Buco.
This guy. Sorry, Mike. Long night last night.
Jeez, you get any on you?
Yeah, no, I've been drinking a lot. But anyway, let's talk. I go to Mexico, and these drinks are going down like tap water. Me and my buddies go to like Cabo, right? So they have like a belly flop contest right in the pool.
God.
Yeah, there's a guy bigger than me, but I go, listen, I'm going to take one for the team. I really want that bottle of tequila they got going. So all these Mexican guys are there. They're going, oso, because I'm hairy. Oso. I go up to my buddy. What the? Oso. He goes, bear. And next thing you know, Ryan, boom, like just straight up, bam, like my belly had like a purple, boom, the waves got like hit all the people like on the side of the pool. Thanks for the free bottle. I'll take one for the team. That's how I know in Spanish. Oso is bear.
So in the midst of all this downtime, again, the thing that drives me insane, can't hockey come up with quality scoring chances as an official statistic?
I know. Another great point by you. And here's another thing. Hockey, best sport going, whatever. If you hit a post, it's not a shot on goal. Are you a stooge? It almost went in the net.
So to your point, and it's
not a point. It should be fact. Like it's not a shot. They're idiots.
It's oversimplification, but this is what I'm saying. The shots on goal, it's not meaningless, but it's damn close because a team could outshoot a team. I mean, the premise, and it's an exaggeration, but the point is the point. A team could outshoot a team 14-1 in the first period of the game. But the team that got outshot 14-1 hit the post 5 times. They just got done kicking the ass at a team that supposedly outshot them 14-1.
Exactly, man. No, you bring up good points. Like these statistics are archaic, and you bring up a great point as quality scoring chances. Not like a dump in from like center ice that the goalie has to play, goes on net. Like we got to change some things. And why, you're telling me there's not smart enough guys to figure this stuff out? Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. I think that actually is a no-brainer. Good idea by you.
Well, I mean, it's not new. I mean, we've been saying this since I've known you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll never understand hitting a post, not a shot. It means it almost went in the net. But anyway, me and you aren't running the league. It'd be nice. It'd be nice if we worked for the NHL, though, Brian. We get one of those Blazers, just hang out. They probably, the old NHL Blazer. It's the same old guy. They don't really like beat down their employees. It seems like a good company to work for, too. Like working for Roger Goodell in the NFL, I think would be a hell of a lot harder. The NHL guys are just kind of, hey, how you doing? I want to go for a couple brews. Like, seems like my type of guys.
Well, the funny thing is, Darren Dreger, who's an incredible.
I used to work with Darren Dreger,
and he was on the radio show the other day, and I'm throwing like some of my knucklehead stuff at him. And the genesis of this, if you've been listening to this podcast right along, 3 weeks ago, I'm sitting there going, throw him to Greenland, send him to a neutral site, find a way to, okay. The NBA's talking about Vegas or the Bahamas, and what's the NHL going to do? But they are having these discussions to the point where, okay, maybe one spot's unrealistic. Maybe you make it an Eastern Conference spot and a Western Conference spot, okay.
Sure.
But now what the league actually, and nothing's a bad idea. At least you think, and what the league is and has been floating is that premise where they were saying it's like 4 neutral spots. I almost think it's better to do 2, because if you did 4 neutral spots, that would be, it would be great in theory.
Yes.
If you're in the spot where the first round matchup, when you get to the second round, that you're guaranteed of playing them. But you're guaranteed of playing a division opponent in the second round. But the 1-8 game could be teams from different divisions. So that's why I think it'd be better to just do an Eastern Western Conference.
Brian, another great idea by you. The Blazers in the mail. Brian Blessing, NHL employee. I agree with you 100%. And that's why basketball's talking about Vegas. Like, you think of these other cities. Oh, yeah, they're like, we'll go to Louisville, Kentucky because, their numbers are down for COVID-19. Yeah, I live in Louisville, Kentucky. Get the hell out of my town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So they do their due diligence, and they're going to get paid the price. Thing about Vegas is this. We all know it. Multiple facilities, multiple hotels. Very easy to get it done in a place like that because it's just built for tourism. I think it makes total sense, buddy. You're all over it.
Well, easier, and I will say this. Around here, if people stay at home, knock on wood, the numbers here are going up, but they're not hideous.
Yep.
And I think the curve thing's going to happen here, provided, and there's no reason for anybody to come here. There really isn't right now. Nothing's open.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this city is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're in a valley in the middle of nowhere. So I think this community, I think the numbers here, it stands to reason, should taper off. That's the hope.
Yep.
But then you're counting on no one coming in from California. Short of closing state borders, which if they were going to shut the whole damn thing down, they probably should have just shut the whole damn thing down. But there's that. But here was the thing. I'm talking to, again, Darren Dreger's on the show the other day. And again, this nonsense just pops in your head.
Did you ask him about me, Brian?
I apologize. I didn't. But no, he gave me the whole routine he started in Manitoba.
Oh, yeah. No. Dreger used to be, that's the thing. He was like, did curling and stuff. He started in Brandon, Manitoba.
He was a great guy.
No, I worked with that guy at Sportsnet for probably about 8 years. I did the radio because they opened up a radio branch and he did the TV, and he became such a good NHL insider. Like TSN, the other companies, Dreger, you're ours. So,
well, at the beginning, I said, you do your resume. The show's only an hour. Tell me where you are. But you know what I said to him? I said, see, here's the train wreck, the train wreck scenario. Okay, is the word all? And honestly, the funny thing is, I said this to him 2 days ago, and here's the story today on ESPN. But round 1, game 3, neutral location. Game 3, series tied 1-1. Boy, those are great games. A pivotal third game tonight. Oh, a player tested positive. What is the team eliminated? I mean, he's exposed. I mean, all his teammates are exposed. You've been banging heads for 120 minutes in the previous 2 games, banging around on the other team. How does this thing end, Cam? And the NFL, they're sitting there, we're all systems go. The legal guy, yep, we're starting in September, blah, blah, blah. And then the NFL doctor, 48 hours later, says, well, there's going to be no such thing as a team sport until no players test positive. Well, all sports is a microcosm of society. Is how does this, how do you ever get to the point where you can guarantee that some guy's not going to test positive?
That's the thing. The problem, it's just one of those things. Like, you can't see, you don't know. People have it, still doing their things. Anyway, I want to keep it positive because that's what we are. Me and you are Paul E. Positive, and I'm the positivity bear. I'll tell you one thing about these. We'll talk about these Sims games because our boy Mike, Eddie Ethernet, this guy loves computers. So if he's going to stick his toe in the water, he'll be betting these Sim games. But I'll tell you one thing, Brian. The Edmonton Oilers are on fire in these Sim games to the over. I think they beat Calgary 10-3. They took out Washington. So watch out for Edmonton. They're hot, real hot.
No, so they're doing the Sim games, and then I guess they're doing other things with, the guys that are gamers. And not to shoot holes at it, because people want to do stuff. Is it any different than, like, the NASCAR thing is actually really realistic, competitive, entertaining, and you can bet on it. But the bottom line is, Denny Hamlin won the first week, but the 2 guys that were the iSports simulator specialists led the majority of the races. And then in the second week, the iSports simulator specialist won the race. So now you got to learn a whole new batch of guys. Like, what guy's really good at this? Does this guy have a blister on his thumb? For the kid.
That's right. He's got calluses like a guitar player. All I do is play Fortnite and sim games. No, and that's the thing. If you want to dig deeper, like we do with certain games, I guess you got to go to people's profiles. If you see something about a guy, hey, I'm a video game maven. Those are little things that you can do to help yourself there. Just like any other sport, right? Even though it's electronic, there's guys that clearly have an advantage and play more than others. And if you can find like a documentary, a story, anything to give you the edge in these things, you can grind. Now, let's call it out for what it is. We bust Mike's balls. You can bet on it.
Oh, the handle's nuts.
And if you can win money at something, you will take the time to do it.
All right. Well, information when you're betting, you want to, you want to kind of know the playing field. So I'll throw a hypothetical at you. The e-gamer that's going to be playing for the Blue Jackets in tonight's sim game is 6'4" and has really long arms, like he's a knuckle dragging Neanderthal, but he's got a blister on his thumb. Is that an upper or lower body injury?
Brian, you're a clown. You're straight up.
Well, you're figuring that out now.
You make me laugh. I miss you, man. I wish I could just get in a spacesuit and teleport to Vegas right now. Honest to God, I just, man, can you believe something too? Thank God, when I went down there, we were literally days away. Like we just
got home.
Oh,
you just made it home.
I like me and Lisa talk about it. I go, if we extended that trip a few days, we're toast. So anyway, I kind of wish we could stay, but I don't know what we got to do, Brian. And maybe we'll ask Mike too. Like, there's got to be some things where guys have gone in these type of competitions before and they're good.
I think you and I should find a way to do play-by-play and color. You and I voice over one of these things. Well,
yep.
we'll
you want to hear something?
Listen. We will either flush the entire operation or take it to another level. I don't think there's any middle ground.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I'll tell you. You know what? And great point that you bring up. Nice segue. I know you probably didn't even mean to do it. I was going through some articles. The Washington Capitals brought in Snoop Dogg, so he did the game, right? It would have been cool if they had him and Lachlan, is in the booth to have a 3-man booth. But Snoop Dogg's getting involved in this stuff, right? That guy, I got to hand it to Snoop Dogg. He'll show up for the opening of an envelope. He loves money.
Hey, speaking of Mike, I'm going to let the folks do this. Gamesradar.com.
I'm reading this right now.
Okay. So they've got a rating system for the top 20 thumbs in the country.
Connor McDavid is the best at video games too?
These are NHL players? If they're good at it, is that what that is?
No, that's what it is. No, Brian.
It's the player on the ice's rating?
Remember the rating? Yeah. So, like in the game, if it plays out accordingly, like Sidney Crosby's got the top rating, 93, McKinnon, 92, Bergeron, 90, Tavares, 90. Pfft, that's too high. Barkov, 90.
Where'd you find this? Talk me through this. I'm on this gamesradar.com.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just scroll down after the Domino's Pizza ad, and you'll see the guys that are listed there, right? You know what? I'm just going to do it for you. You're too slow.
Yeah, well, you do it.
Connor McDavid, number 1, rating 94. Sidney Crosby, 93. He's in the 2-hole. Nathan McKinnon, third, 92. I would have put him around 93, 94 too. Patrice Bergeron. So we have a lot of T4s, Brian, like our golf bets. Bergeron, Boston, 90. John Tavares, 90. Barkov, 90. Malkin, 90. Steven Stamkos, 90. Austin Matthews, your boy Freddie Mercury with the grifter stash, he's a 90.
I like the Bergeron one because they're rewarding a guy for a 200-foot game, right? I'm serious.
No, that's actually
I mean, he's a 90 because he's
a great two-way
He must
player.
be really good in his own end, breaking up chances from the computer's perspective. I mean, he's not putting up 100 points.
10, we got Scheifele, 89. From the Jets, and Tyler Seguin, 89. Those are the rankings of the players.
Okay.
At that position, right? They go through all the positions there. At center, we will go through left wing. Alex Ovechkin, 92. Brad Marchand, 90. Johnny Gaudreau, 90. Taylor Hall, 89. The Breadman, Panarin, he is an 89. Jamie Benn, 88. Jonathan Huberdeau, 88. Gabe Landeskog is a smooth 87. Teuvo Teravainen, 86. And Jake Gunsel, who's hurt but can still probably play in this stuff because he's got fingers, he is the 10th man. Right wing. Who's your boy? Kucherov from the dirty Tampa Bay Lightning, 92.
Are they dirty in video games?
Oh, in video game, yeah. I watched Tampa Bay with the stick work and the slew footing. Kucherov, 92. Patrick Kane, 91. He's second. David Pasternak, third at 90. Mikko Rantanen, 90. Vlad Tarasenko, 89. Mitch Marner, 89. Blake Wheeler, 89. Phil Kessel, 88. Mark Stone, 88. Alex Radulov, 87. Jacob Voracek, 87. Defenseman. This one's going to be interesting. Yeah, I kind of disagree with the defenseman one. I think there's guys. But
before you say it, I swear I didn't find the link. I'm glad you do. We know Carlson's having a great year.
Yeah, but he's not the highest ranked guy.
I was going to say my guess would be Hedman.
Nope. Yes, actually, you're right. You're right, Brian. But
that's a guess. I'm not looking at it.
No, you are correct. But when you come to my window, we split the bet because it's T1. Drew Doughty, 91. Victor Hedman, 91. Brent Burns, 90. Carlson, 90. Eric Carlson. John Carlson, 89. Mark Giordano, 89. Alex Pietrangelo, 89. Morgan Riley, 88. Ryan Suter, 88. Roman Josi, 88. PK Subban, 88.
Oh, please.
He shouldn't be that high.
Okay, if Edmonton is killing, do you possibly know this? You were talking about Edmonton killing it with the goals, or is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I would bet you
San Jose. I would bet you San Jose has got to be a ridiculous over team with Carlson and Burns. You know, with the offensive defensemen, but they've been a train wreck in their own end. I bet you San Jose's an over team.
Brian, it was weird. They had the Battle of Alberta in a game, and like this is what these Sims games are crazy. The score would never happen. Edmonton beat Calgary 10-3 in one of these games. Like they absolutely murdered them. So who's the top goalie, you think?
Oh, it's a computer game. I bet you they still have Price up there.
You're good, Blessing. Very good. Who's tied with them for first?
Probably, as crazy as it would sound, probably a Vasilevsky. Bobrovsky's probably way too high, but probably a Vasilevsky.
Wow. You know what you did, Brian? Come to my window. You just hit your two-game exacta box. Price, number 191. Vasilevsky tied 191. Gibson guitars. What is he? He is a smooth 90. Tuukka Rask, 90. Sergei Bobrovsky, 90. Way too high. Braden Holtby, struggling. 89. Struggling. Pekka Rinne. They spelt it Rime, but it's 88. Henrik Lundqvist, 88.
There should be, based on the last couple of years, a Fleury sighting in there pretty soon.
I agree. The guy's not even in the top 10.
That's nuts. And Hellebuck.
Hellebuck is nowhere to be found. I'll give you the rest of them. Pekka Rinne, 7. Lundqvist, 7. Freddie Anderson, 7. And T10, Ben Bishop. And Devin Dubnyk.
How was, honestly, I'm an idiot. How was it, Bishop should have been top 5.
I agree. And I don't even know how, I hate to say it, Henrik Lundqvist shouldn't even be in the top 10 right now. Like, he's good for history, yes. Bobrovsky shouldn't be in the top 10. He's absolutely brutal. Holtby's had a bad year. Yeah, I'd put Ben Bishop right behind, like, Tuukka Rask in the 3-hole. We should be grading this stuff.
Well, it's all a mathematical algorithm, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
But, whatever. I mean, I would say this to you, that if this really became a thing, just like odds makers make adjustments, you would like to think there would be input from people that are pretty in tune with this stuff that would, help make it a lot more up to snuff. I don't know. If you're saying that there's a couple $100,000 in handle on all of these games, it best be knowing that things should play the way they should play.
That's the thing. The simulated game, and this is a very, very important point, it is based on rankings. They don't talk about block shots off the guy's leg, trick plays, all the other intangibles. Like, you probably got to roll with the team with the most power, right? Again.
By the way, let's throw these guys a bone. I mean, good. It's amazing they can do all these things. These things may be based on, if it's in the system now. Obviously, this year is not part of the equation. It's got to be based on completely from last year. You would think, at least.
Well, you saw the goaltender rankings. Yes.
So, I mean, you're playing a game and you're sitting there and you're 68 games into a season going, oh, yeah, well, this, that, and no. You're playing a game from a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to know the playing field.
You do. I'll tell you, though, that's the thing. I don't know. I'd like Mike to answer this question maybe through like a tweet or something with anybody. I think this would be easier because the analytics and the numbers tell the story. There's nothing else. You just go with the numbers. Sure, there might be a break or two, but it's not like a real game. You know what I mean? Blocking shot, this, that, whatever. Like, you just basically take the highest ranked guys and they'll win more than they lose.
Okay. I'll probably pay for this on several fronts, but I'm going to take a shot, right? What's life if you don't take a shot once in a while? All right. As we alluded to earlier in the program, if you didn't know, we have put a man on the moon. So I got to believe producer Mike should have the ability to jump in here.
Yeah, he already just texted me here. He says less variables.
No, but can producer Mike, he should be able to, can you pop in and say something right now? We could actually introduce the hockey betting podcast world.
I would like Mike to join the broadcast more, like rip us more. I think he should be like, you know what I want him and Darren to be? Like Waldorf and Stadler from the Muppets. Blessing and Cam sucked. Another show. I want to see those guys in the balcony ripping us. Like, that's why I love the Muppet Show. Those guys were the best.
So see, everything. I took a risk there because there were a couple things in play. One, technically, can he do it? Which I got to believe the answer is yes. But the other thing was, B, is he actually listening to what we're saying right now?
I'm predicting he is. Because I get notes from him,
but I don't hear him.
He texts me, stop the crosstalk, turn down your game. Like, he's all over it.
He needs a diaper. He's being a chicken. He says, I'm laughing. He texts me, I'm laughing too hard to jump in. What a baby. Well, this is hockey. It's a hockey talk. All right, he ain't going to do it. I tried.
You did try. What else? What else you got going on, Brian?
I just want hockey back. I'm watching the old games. I enjoy the old games, and
hockey's harder though. Like it's one of those things, and they're moving it back. The NBA is a lot more. It's a simpler process. Way smaller benches. You could figure out a lot more. There's a lot to go into hockey, man. They're going to have to really come up with concepts.
Well, listen, we've discussed this before, but the reality of this, if anything happens this year, the NBA can do this. All right, because their 8 seed in each conference has a 4-game. Okay, sorry, no bruised feelings. Here are the 16. You other guys, get on with your lives. We'll see you next year. NBA has a playoff. Comes right back and plays the playoffs. Hockey, there's going to be a lot of stubbed toes here, teams that were close. Life ain't fair, but, they may bloom this thing out, Cam, and go – go 22 teams and have the teams that are in that 7, 8, 9, 10 seed range. And maybe, if they were going to come back, maybe you do a best of 3 play-in series to be the wild cards and at least give the teams that were in contention, because the standings you look at today, if they said, okay, we're coming back with the playoffs, well, that thing flops because they played uneven games, and there'll be, I think it's Vancouver, who's out, would be in with win percentage.
Wow, man, you're really on top of it, Blessing. I think I'll tell you, Smokestack. Sometimes you come up with some crazy stuff, but you're all over it. No, you're an idea man. Like that's why these guys need to hire you. I know you're working for doing the radio show for the Vegas Golden Knights, but you got a lot of good ideas, buddy.
I work hard, buddy. I do this with you a few days a week. But as of today, I believe this to be the case, that in the West, Winnipeg, 71 games played, 80 points. Nashville, 69 games played with 78 points. The Canucks, 69 games with 78 points. But I believe, based on win percentage, Vancouver hops in. They've played an uneven amount of games. And honestly, you got, okay, so if you were going to do this, pop the standings up while I'm yapping, that Vancouver is a point out, they're on the outside looking in. They're actually points-wise tied with Nashville, who's the second wild card. Minnesota is a point out. All right, so in the West, sorry, Arizona, sucks, but okay. But you give Vancouver and Minnesota a shot.
Yes, no, that's Brian. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
You take it to the East, though. But here's the problem: in the East, you would have the Islanders, Rangers, and Panthers that are just out. So one team is going to get pitchforked if you only did, add the little play-in thing. Somebody's going to get scalded somewhere.
It's simple though. The way things are going, you bring it to Florida. 11. Montreal, you're 7 back of Florida. They gone. Buffalo, Sabres, sorry, didn't make it this year. No. New Jersey, Ottawa, Detroit. All the other teams deserve to play. So you got 11. You got 11 there, and in the West,
that's fine in the East, but it doesn't work the same way in the West.
No, it doesn't because yes, it does. You can cut it off at Chicago.
All right, well, okay, so okay,
or know what? Chicago maybe gets burned. They're too bad. No, you can't.
Yeah, but if you got to have an even number in each conference.
I know. Then you got to just say, know what? Arizona and Colorado. Listen to this. Is this just stupid? Arizona and Chicago play a best of? Like
something. Yeah.
Like a mini series. Winner moves on. Loser leaves town.
I know.
But here's wrestling.
But buddy, so again, here's the thing. You're talking a 2-week training camp to play a game. Right?
I know. Okay. So what is the solution then? There's nothing else you can do, or you got to be hard ass, kind of like the NCAA committee, and say, you know what? Sorry. 11-11, Chicago, you're only 2 points back. Get better. I'm sorry. There's always going to be that team, that small mid-major that complains, Brian, and we've been doing this for years.
Know. Well,
you know what? You're going to have to do it and say, suck it up. It's been a tough year.
If it's the Final Four, number 5's pissing and moaning. If even if it's, come on, they got a broom line, it's number 8. Well, what's that going to happen? Number 9's going to bitch.
Exactly. Oh, boy.
I know.
I got to get an edge in these NHL Sims game because I'm going to start betting on them, and I want to see how things are working.
Stick to the horses.
Oh, yeah. Hear my horse? I play Oaklawn yesterday. I got a 2 at 7-1. This chick's a jockey. She wins that race. It was fantastic. And then I got squeezed for a superfecta. I thought it was my day. I was going to win like six. I'm like, oh, God. How many times have I had 3 out of 4? Like, think about even the race that we had. If our stupid horse, that idiot Independence Hall, finishes 3rd or 4th, I got the guy at 80-1 and I got the winner.
Oh, boy.
It's party time. God, I hate being so close. It just
Cam's
World.
Even
Worse.
Cam's World.
Cam's World. Cam's World. Hey, everybody, I'm Cam. Almost hit the big one, but you didn't. Ramen noodles tonight.
Under that light, that's very threatening me.
Maybe I shouldn't parlay.
I miss our little parlay, son.
Perfect. Just pick the winner.
All right. Well, we're going to figure this out. The one thing with each passing day and the news, it's tough to watch. We're all in limbo.
Yep.
But we hold hope against hope that everybody's safe and this thing starts. They wrap their arms around this thing a little bit, and at least we get a little guidance. Or, we're idiots, right? We love doing this and talking sports. The bottom line is, man, I mean, there's got to be, we found the treatment and we've got a vaccine. And here's the other thing, Cam. I mean, I want to leave you with a smile on your face because I know
you're depressing as hell. So
they're moving the cars out from underneath the window on your second floor. But the reality of it is, okay, we got the all clear. It's good. It's all wound down, right? And let's get back. And it's the end of the last year, and football's going to start. Wait a minute. It's fall, and the weather's getting cooler, and the thing comes back.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, come on. I mean, it's got to be. There's got to be a solution.
Let's listen to this one, Brian.
An end game.
Mike's going to be happy with me now. I'm just going to say one thing at a time. Let's treat these Sims games like I'm not going to be like over it like we're betting on every other game. But let's find a couple trends in these Sims game and see if we can actually make it work. Mike, I need you for this one too. You're a computer savvy guy. We're gonna dig deep into this thing, and you're gonna pick a couple winners so I can pay my bills. Oh yeah, hear about Canada, Brian? It's great. Everybody gets money but me because I'm an independent contractor. Fun. Can you believe this crap?
I think I'm right there with you, kid.
But I don't understand why we should be penalized for like being freelancers. That's ridiculous. So some other guy works at another company. Oh, he gets his $2,000, his $4,000 or whatever. Well, come on. Anyway, I got to make some more money. Sim games.
No. All right. Well, we'll start watching the sim games. Give me a game. Give me a sim game.
Mike, you got a sim game? No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't talk on the microphone. This guy.
What a chicken! I know. Oh man.
We like you too, Mike.
You know what?
Part of the fun when you get on the mic.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a second. Hockey is all about nicknames, right? You're the Bear.
Oh yeah, Schmitty.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All the
no offense, no original nicknames. Just
no. But every hockey guy's got a nickname, right? So should we give producer Mike? What do you think? Clucky.
Clucky. Clucky. I don't know what to call him. Because the funny thing is, if the people had listened before the show, this guy comes out firing like an Uzi, and then when we want him to join, he's just kind of he's hanging out in church. I don't know what to think of Mike.
Yeah, but
we love him.
And the other guy, our producer, we'll wrap it up. Our producer, Darren, is such a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Chimes in. He's very friendly. He's the quiet. He's the guy you got to watch. He's the danger.
The quiet guys. They live in cabins in the middle of nowhere. They got bodies on the property. But I'll tell you one thing about Darren. He's kind of like a survivalist. I think he's going to get through this thing. This guy looks like a guy that prepares ahead.
I don't know Darren that well, but I've got a funny feeling his favorite movie's 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag.
Live on Dateline, Darren from the Hockey Betting Podcast. I'm Josh Makowitz.
I just, you know what I've been doing? I've been binge watching a little bit 30 Rock. And I love 30. Right. So I'm like, now, I'm at one after the other on this Hulu thing. I didn't even know I had Hulu.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm sitting there, and every show is 22 minutes because it's not 30 minutes. It's 22 minutes because there's 8 minutes of commercials. So boom, 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 boom. I'm rattling these off. Well, the one thing was the Tina Fey character, Liz Lemon, or her boyfriend, they're actually in the car commercials. He's the wingnut.
Yeah, the guy, he used to be in Law and Order and stuff too. Yeah,
hilarious. But anyway, so she broke up with him. I mean, I'm just going back to what you just said. She broke up with him, and they're like, all these, everybody, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. Then they all tell her, she get back with him. So no, she breaks down, and she's going to get back together with him. And as he walks in the door, on the TV on the wall, he comes walking through a door and goes, "Hi, I'm Chris Hansen from Dayton."
That's right. Know the best thing, Brian? And I'll tell you something, Mike. We don't want to get off topic, but people like our bad jokes, apparently, because we're still getting listeners, and we really appreciate it. Thanks to all our friends. Watch old To Catch a Predator episodes. Every guy that gets caught with the bag of condoms and lube and, hey, I thought she was 17, always wearing Ohio State gear. They're all Buckeyes. I'm like, what the hell are they doing over here? Like me, I watched it one night. I'm like, they had a marathon. I'm like, the last 6 guys have been wearing Buckeye stuff. No, I thought she was 16. Sorry about the lube. And, okay. You got me.
The show is filmed in Ohio, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's crazy.
All right. Well, hey, listen, have a good weekend. We'll be back.
So sim games, Mike, I'm just telling Mike right now, stay on top of it, Mike. If you find an angle, give me a text, and me and Brian will start. Hey, Brian, if we find a way making money at it, I don't care if it's 2 rats running in an alley, turtles, or fish. Let's do it.
Well, we got to try to. Well, it's like anything. You got to do your due diligence, and you got to put some work in and try. Whether it's right, perceived, but I mean, if you're going to do something with a modicum of conviction, you got to try to find an edge. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah, finding it. I don't care what's going on. If you can find a way to make money in these Sims game, we'll be all over it. We'll be all over it.
All right, buddy. We're all over. That's the end of this. I love you.
There's something I wanted to say to you too. I mean, there's something about
I'll wait. I got time.
I'll remember it next show because there have been some like real classics, but that's the best. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC. It's the best too. They set up the girl in the hidden camera. Guy walks in, hey baby, what's up? He's got like an undershirt on, obviously a shirt with no sleeves, and just a bag full of handcuffs and stuff. Like, dude, what's this guy doing?
We have stay-at-home orders. That show's done.
Oh yeah, no. Chris Hansen works for another company now. He gone.
He gone. So are we. Hang in there, everybody. We love you. Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Hey, we hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, hit the subscribe button and give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. at BetCrisCanada.net. And the Hockey Betting Podcast, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.